Hello YouTube fans, here again. And this one inspired me to do this one. Inspired me. As you already know, I remember one of my favourite ones I saw being Rambo for Life. And surprise, surprise, the 15 Dana Jones movie is a big flop. You may have seen it, you may have heard about it. It is a big fucking epic bomb of a movie. Big epic bomb. And I was watching one what Ramble for Life was talking about fast and the 15 Dana Jones movie being a flop, meaning biggest amount of people haven't bothered to see it, haven't bothered to raise the money, haven't bothered to fucking pay a fucking cent. Say it again. Pay a fucking cent. So in one way, I'm kind of happy about that because it's time now, right, and I'm going to be open and honest. It's time now Hollywood realises when the fuck are they going to realise what people want in movies? That people are sick of seeing DC comic super duper hero movies. They're sick of seeing fucking things being dug up from the past and so on. The new Fast film. How many DC comic movies and Marvel movies have they made? Now, I'm going to do what One for Life is said. I'm going to say the same thing. When Batman come out, 1989, it was a box office hit. And the only DC comic people got to see back in that golden days would have been the Superman films. And the only thing people remember of Batman would have been the golden days of Adam West. I mean, all know they were campy, they was funny, they wasn't taken serious. So it was good. It was an event to see a new Batman film, Dark, done by Tim Burton, the director of Beetlejuice. And at the time, people was half and half about Michael Keaton because he was a well-known comedy actor at that time. So should he really take this man serious sort of attitude? But under the ring, people saw it. People saw trailers. They got to like it. It was an event. It was something new. It was something imaginative. Now this DC comic movies non-stop. When Raiders of the Lost Ark come out, again it was taken up to serial comic book hero films. It wasn't taken serious, but it was new. It was offensive. It was done by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. These were the days when Steven Spielberg did good films, whether it be E.T., whether it would be Dustin Townsend for the third time, whether it be Bum 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 Jaws. And you know what I mean, even George Lucas, well known for the Star Wars films. This was when they were making good fucking films. So this was again was an event. Harrison Ford was in his prime. He was in his A-day. He was in his dirty 30s. He looked good. He had the whip. He trained to use that whip. When Temple of Doom come out, again, a damn good day for films. It was Mandy the sequel, even though, technically speaking, Temple of Doom is more of a prequel. And in my eyes, they should have left it at The Last Crusade. I love Sean Connery. I remember him as the golden days of James Bond. And I love the fact he's playing Indy's dad. Couldn't have a data actor to play that role. But this was the era when they made good films. When they knew what the people wanted to see. When they fucking diffed the shit. Nowadays, Hollywood is just infuriating. They're digging things up from the past. And it was the worst idea to have Walt fucking Disney involved. Walt Disney of all the fucking companies, Walt fucking Disney. Mickey fucking Biddy's mouse was the most annoying woman producer in history. It's not a sexist thing before I get any of this. The most annoying thing ever is her. Because I love Star Wars, the despecialized Star Wars. You know, back before we had all this fucking CDR shit, the despecialized ones, which I had to order online because you can't buy them, because George Lucas will never ever diff the fucking Star Wars fans what they want to see, a despecialized, how it originally was, remastered in its beautiful widescreen format. You'll never get to see that because George Lucas thinks that the special edition are these babies. But to me, I prefer the despecialized ones. Whack me with a lifesaver. And you know what I mean? So Walt Disney bought the rights to Star Wars and they fucked it up. They killed Han Solo off. Harrison Ford's character. Granted, Harrison Ford was never a lover of Han Solo's character, but nevertheless, they kill him off. They shit on the original characters we all loved and we all grew up to watch. So what is the most stupidest company to get is Disney to do the Indiana Jones film. There was no desire to see another in there. After Tistel Stull, there wasn't. I love, before people say you just don't like India, rewind back. I love Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's like an horror movie, an adventure movie, an action movie. It wasn't taken serious, a serial comic book films. I love Raiders. I love Temple of Doom. A lot darker, a lot ballsier, a lot edgier. You see kids getting ripped. She dies pulling people's hearts out, especially more in the uncut one. I love The Last Crusade. It's gone lighter. You've got a day actor. May you rest in peace. Sean Connery. I love the humour in it. I love the way they both fancied in it to death and the way they hit it off. It should have ended like that. Had a beautiful ending. Beautiful story by Tom Williams, who I know is the only decent thing about this film. Is he's doing the music. You know, the theme tune. He's doing the fucking music. That is the only decent thing about the film. But that's it, you see. There was no desire to see a new indie film. Somebody fucking proved me right and wrong. Do you want to see a new indie? You can't say the Young Generation, but for none of the younger people are not going to know who indie is, except for people more my generation. Who wants to see an 80-odd-year-old man being narrated and the old man's jokes? They did it in the Tistel Stull. Now people say, well, you've not seen the movie yet, so why should you judge? Don't have to. I've seen Rambo's fucking review. Rambo for Life, I've seen his review, and that sums it up. There's more of the old man's joke in this than what there was in the Tistel Stull. So basically, they're narrating Harrison Ford. Apparently, you get an opening. I've seen the trailer, that's more than enough. Oh, shitty CGI. So you've gone to fucking practical stunts with a die, with a rip, hanging on a fucking truck, like in Raiders, a date bid scene that was done on a real fucking bids in Temple of Doom, to muggle work, to practical effects like Raiders, to The Last Crusade, sort of go on, to fucking CGI shit. They're on a train at midnight. They've got a CGI face of a very long Harrison Ford. Know what did that better? The Last Crusade. There you had a young lad as Indiana Jones. You know the actor. May he rest in peace. And you had a young lad of Indiana Jones. They had a fight scene. There's a lot of cock-ups on the train scene where they made a lot of fuck-ups and a lot of mistakes. But I like that. It gives it a bit of, I'm going to put it, it gives it a bit of a fucking old school feel. You know what I mean? I like it. I don't think of a better word to say, but you know what I mean? You get a damn good scene like that with a very young lad of Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Playing Indy as a young lad. I thought that's done better. Why not have the, well, they can't now because he's probably an old man now anyway because they left it that fucking long. Why not have the actor that played the one, that the young lad who was inspired by Indy, you know, in The Last Crusade? But no, they can't do that. Everything has to be computer effects. So they've got a computer effect train scene, a long CGI face of Harrison Ford, you know, like how he looked in the early ones, it'd be Raiders and so on. And it's laughable. It's a fucking joke because you've got the old voice, so instead of just having someone with a similar voice dub over him, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look natural. I've seen the trailer of it. It just looks like a fucking video game. It looks like a video game compared to what you see in The Last Crusade and other action films. After the action doesn't look like sucked. That's a fucking word. It doesn't look exciting. I say that. It doesn't look, it's exciting. It doesn't look like wow. I really want to go see the cinema to watch a video fucking game. If I want to see a video game movie, I'll just watch fucking Tom. Or Tom the Legislator. It looks like a video game. There's no practical stunts in it. You're not going to see melting fucking faces like Toad's face melting or a guy having his heart ripped out or any of that because fucking biddies Walt Disney has got the rights. That stupid bitch what ruined all the Star Wars films is producing it. They've got the rights. So you're going to see fucking bodies in tombs, guys getting their hearts ripped out of, bugs walking on people, real practical fucking bugs. No. It's going to be CGI shit. And you're not going to see the stuff that you remember in Raiders, like I just said, banging fucking faces, heads exploding, all that. You're not going to see it because this and that, they've got to keep it for the little ones. Keep it for the kids. You can't see hearts getting ripped out no more, or kids getting ripped, having a bid. That's a no-no in fucking dissing her. For the companies, dissing her. So this is what I've heard, people. You got loads of the old man's Joe. Harrison Ford is an old folder. You've got this one woman who is so fucking dislikable. Stay away. I fucking hate her. She's fucking humiliating in there. She's fucking calling him an older. Teapot tones there. Is this what you want, people? Anyone who's a popper or proper Indiana Jones fan? I remember the indies when I was around, when I was a lad. Is this what you want indie to be? A fail old man. Old man's jokes. Shitty CDR computer effects that look like a video game. No heads, no balls to it. The only thing what's decent is that. But even then, that's just the music. If I don't hear the music, I used to have a CD with old classic musics. I could just fucking put a CD on this to fucking the theme tune to Raiders of the Lost Ark if I really want to hear the fucking Tom Reardon's theme tune. That's the only fucking decent thing. If I want to hear the music, I'll just put the CD on and do all the indie fucking songs. So it's like there's no selectability. No, there was no. How can I put it in words? There was no peso. There was no fucking one wanting this. Nobody wanted to see another indie film. Nobody. And that's what's wrong with Hollywood. Back in the golden days when Raiders, when DOS, when fucking Star Wars, when fucking Batman, when fucking whatever else, whether it be License to Kill, were coming out. Back then, they knew what the audience wanted to see. That is why people were not wasting their money. People were sick of seeing DC comic Marvel films that fucking banged out more times than soft Mick. People are sick of seeing things being juriated from the past, being dug up and flung back at us. I do not want to see fucking Harrison Ford with the old man's joke. To me, India was a lung man. He was a lung fencer, went into tombs, fought the bad guy, got the woman, found a golden isle where he get the art, the magical stones from the Temple of Doom, and so on. That's what I always looked at Indy's being. He was a lung character, like, you know what I mean? So it's just something that Hollywood they don't realise that people are sick of seeing this shit. Things being juriated, being dug up from the past. Fucking Marvel film every 2 fucking seconds of the day. Kiddified fucking films. Must make one a full day go. And that's why people are not spending the money. And I knew it. I knew that this film was going to bomb. I knew it was going to flop. I knew it was going to bomb. It's already bombed and flopped in America. I don't know. Maybe worldwide. Maybe it might make money here. People might watch it out of curiosity, so it might make money the first opening week. Then after that, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I really don't. I just said it. CGI special effects. No practical stunts. More of the old man's joke, which I knew that was going to happen. I knew. My face was like that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Indy. I love Indy. I love Harrison Ford. I love the days of Star Wars. I love him when he played Blade Runner. The list goes on. The Fugitive. Raiders, Temple of Doom. I'm just going over the top now. I'm going around the houses. But I don't want to see Indy being fucking shits on like this. Like Han Solo being killed in such a shitty death. I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. But I knew it was going to flop. That's why I didn't want to waste my money. That's why business people with a brain cell did not waste their money. And that is why the film bombed. It flopped. But they won't learn, Hollywood. They won't, but I knew this. I knew from the bottom of my heart, this has got to be a long one. I knew this film was going to bomb. Straight away. I'm a psychic. Will Hollywood ever learn? See you later.